Man, that was a really good word, Jedediah. Thank you very much for that. So I want to start my rally out by kind of talking about where I was a couple months ago. I was, honestly, to be kind of frank, I was in a place of confusion and a whole lot of not understanding why I was where I was. A little earlier in my life, God had kind of made it pretty clear to me the things that he wanted me to do and kind of what he called me to, kind of like when King David was anointed, like, yo, bro, you're going to be like a king one day. And I was like, man, that's awesome. And then God does the next thing, and it doesn't make sense at all. And you're like, what is this? Like, I found myself kind of like, okay, God, you've called me to go there, but you've put me here? And it didn't really add up. I couldn't really see why he would do that. So I took it upon myself to start doing some things on the side that might advance that vision I felt God was calling me to. And needless to say, I was doing a whole lot of stuff, but a whole lot of nothing. I don't know if anybody could relate with that. You're like, man, I'm doing a lot, but like nothing's moving at all. Like I feel like nothing's even happening because of what I'm doing. And I started getting super frustrated, irritated, angry. And of course, at that point, I was like, I should probably seek God if I'm this mad about it. So I seek him, and I seek some mentorship. I seek some friends. And I just felt God really beating this word into my head, trust. And the question, do you trust where I brought you to in light of where I'm taking you? And we're kind of in a similar season because, we've got this building coming in a year and a half. That's awesome. But what about the path God's taking us in the in-between season to get there?
Yes.
That God's looking to do some things in this season to prepare us for the things he's called us to. Not that it's happily ever after. God's using that just to expand what he's already doing right now. We just have more opportunities to do what we're already doing.
Yes.
But in really hearing what God was telling me, he led me to a verse that has kind of just been guiding my life for the last several months. And that verse is Proverbs 3:5-6, which states, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, but in all of your ways submit to him, and then he'll make your path straight.
Yes.
And that really spoke to me. It really spoke to me. I was like, wow, what if I just trusted in God for where he is already taking me in light of where he's taking me? And he really spoke that there are these three things that we really need to get solidified, down-packed, in order for him to make our path straight. And the first thing is that we need to trust in him with all of our heart. And that requires two things. One, we got to be vulnerable with God. We got to trust in him with our whole heart. Literally the very being of who we are. And we got to know him. Because you can't really trust anybody you don't really know. If my best friend comes over to me and he's like, hey bro, can I get the keys to your car? I think I left my jacket in there. I just need to go get them. I'm like, okay, here you go. You can just take it, give it back to me when you're done. Some random stranger comes over to me and he's like, hey bro, I think I left my jacket in your car. Can I get your keys? I'm like, who the heck are you? How'd you get in my car? You're not about to get these keys, but you're about to get these hands. Back off. You got to know God. And your personal time with God is the most important time that you have to spend. Because that's where you get to know God. When you know God, you can trust him because he's trustworthy and always faithful. The second thing that verse tells us we need to do is that we need to lean not on our own understanding. Now, this isn't saying get rid of your understanding. This isn't saying, hey, don't gain understanding. I think it's real easy to hear that and you're just like, okay, I don't need to think anymore. God's got this. I'm going to just walk by and not do any work or study or anything. God's got it. No. Literally the whole book of Proverbs is hey, gain understanding. It's worth more than gold. Actually, get rid of everything just to get understanding because it's that valuable. So it looks like a baby black sheep of the Bible saying not to lean on it, but he's just simply saying don't lean on it. Because we have a God that's beyond our understanding, that operates out of the ways that we couldn't possibly understand. And if we try to lean on our own understanding, we put God in a box. And we limit God from being exactly who He is. I tried understanding where He was taking me. I tried doing all these things and went nowhere. That's why we can't lean on it. And then the third thing is submit your ways to Him. All of your ways. And that might be a little intimidating to some people because you hear all of your ways, like, oh, everything? And I just want to encourage you, the key word is submit. And that's not an event, that's a lifestyle. Every single day, just choosing to submit to God. God, I may have messed up multiple times, but I'm still going to love people the way You call me to love people.
Yeah, come on with that.
Man, I'm going to give to people the way You tell me to give to people. I'm going to forgive to people. Yeah, that F word you don't like. Forgive to people the way that You call me to forgive to people.
Yeah.
I'm going to think the thoughts You want me to think, and I'm going to lay them down to You because You called me to do that. Every single day. Every single day. And this is what happens when you do these three things. When you trust in God with all of your heart, it creates a bridge between you and Him, the bridge of trust. When you don't lean on your own understanding of who God is and how He operates, you take the shackles off of who God is. You take the box off of Him, and He can be all that He is and do everything. They're like, man, this guy's got such a faith. He's willing to believe past what he even understands. Imagine what God could do with a faith like that. And then when you submit all of your ways to God, you give God complete access to who you are. Because what you submit to God, He has access to. And He can bless that. In fact, when you can get to that part, God's like, I think I can trust this person with where I'm taking them. Maybe we got to start asking that question. We're always like, can I trust God with my finances? Can I trust God with my kids? Can I trust God with my team? Can God trust you with them?
That's good.
And when He sees that you're trustworthy with it, then He's like, you know what? I think I want to make this person's path straight because I know that wherever they go, they're bringing me with them.
Yeah.
You know? And just as a personal testimony to show you that this really works, is that the last couple months of my life have been some of my most fruitful because I decided to trust in God, lean not on my own understanding, and I'm working on this part, but submitting all my ways to Him. All right, that's what I got. Thank you very much.